Genesis chapter 25. Let's go. Abraham took another wife, and her name was Keturah. Abraham took another wife, and her name was Keturah. And she bore him Midian and some other people. Jehosh was the father of Sheba. Abraham gave all that he had to Isaac. But to the sons of Hagar and Keturah, Abraham gave gifts and sent them to the east country away from Isaac, his son of promise. The days of Abraham's life were 175 years. Then Abraham's spirit was released, and his son Isaac and Ishmael buried him in the cave of the Hittites, the field which Abraham purchased. After the death of Abraham, God blessed his son Isaac. Now, this is the history of the descendants of Ishmael. We got Nebaioth, the firstborn, Kedar, Abibil, Adad. These are the sons of Ishmael, and these are their names by their encampment. There were 12 princes. And Ishmael lived 137 years. Then his spirit left him. And Ishmael's sons dwelt before Egypt in the direction of Assyria. And this is the history of the descendants of Isaac. Isaac was 40 when he married Rebekah. 40. And Isaac prayed much to the Lord for his wife. And the Lord granted his prayer, and Rebekah became pregnant. 2 children struggled together within her. And she said, "If the Lord has heard our prayer, why am I like this?" And she went to inquire of the Lord. The Lord said to her, "The founders of 2 nations are in your womb, and the separation of 2 peoples has begun in your body. The one people shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall serve the younger." There were twins in her room. The first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they named him Esau, which means hairy. Afterward, his brother came forth, and his hand grasped Esau's heel. So he was named Jacob, which means supplanter, trickster, joker. Isaac was 60 years old when he gave birth to them. Esau was cunning and skilled hunter, but Jacob was a plain and quiet man. And Isaac was partial to Esau because he ate of Esau's game. And Rebekah loved Jacob. Jacob was boiling a pottage of lentil stew one day when Saul came from the field and was faint. Esau was faint with hunger. And Esau said to Jacob, "I beg of you, let me have some of that red lentil stew you eat." And Jacob answered, "Then sell me your birthright." Esau said, "I am at the point of death. What good can this birthright do me?" Jacob said, "Swear to me today that you are selling it to me." And he swore to Jacob and sold him his birthright. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and stew. Thus Esau scorned his birthright as beneath his notice. End of chapter 25. Woo! Okay, first and foremost, we see that Abraham took another wife. This isn't the start of polygamy, right? We've done seen in the past, but this is now one of the forefathers now that we can see had this intention in his heart. The same one that's talking to God has this intention in his heart. And so We're going to see a lot more of that. Also, I want you to take notice of that who he had the kids with. Her name is Keturah. And it says that these names, I want you to, was the father of Sheba and Dedan. Research those names. Okay? Also, we see this. I want you to see that Abraham's spirit was released. So when we're like, oh, the spirit, you got the spirit. What it like? I want you to know what the Bible's talking about. That's the life energy force within you. Meaning, like, if I drain all the blood out you right now, like, your spirit won't be there no more. You is the same thing that we know of what a body looks like when there's no more blood in it. It's dead. So the thing that left is the life. That's what we call it, right? We know that that means it's dead, meaning no more life. That life is synonymous with the word spirit. The spirit, meaning life. The life that's making it conscious and move and stuff. That left. So now we're going to start grounding some of these ambiguous words, abstract words like God and spirit, and start making them concrete. They're going to get real concrete. Just keep following. Also, some key things to note is like, because this is going to come up later, is like with these brothers and like who they really were. Now notice that Esau was hairy and red. Hairy and red. Think about the type of people that are hairy and red, have red hair, and they're hairy people. Think of those type of people, Hebrew Israelites and stuff like that. Think of those kind of people, okay? And then we know Jacob though, and I want you to notice the different qualities. This was kind of a big deal. It said Jacob was plain. Yeah, he was plain. He was regular. God decided to make his nation out the plain, the regular. You're going to see God use what this world tends to look down on and make it great. That's his MO. You're going to catch on. And he's doing it right here, right here. You mean the plain and regular one, the supplanter. Look at Jacob. He tricked them, his brother. Instead of, you would have thought he would have been the good bro, like, oh, bro, you're so hungry here, I got you. But he didn't say that, right? He made him sell his birthright. And I want you to notice this little energy that's going to get carried on throughout the Bible in this pattern. And then I want you to also take note that it says that Jacob was loved by his mom, and Esau was loved more by his father for his skill. Jacob was a mama's boy. You know what I'm saying? He was plain and regular, probably didn't do much, was at the house. You know what I'm saying? Esau, helping her cook and stuff. Esau is out in the field. He out there in the field, you know what I'm saying, getting to it. So we got two different kinds of men. And the funny thing is, God builds his kingdom with the second man. Watch as it keeps going.